Looking like an adult when you dress casually is a completely different story, right? Like, how do you take these universal casual staples like jeans, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and make them age appropriate?
What does that even mean? What are you going out there wearing like Spider-Man Elsa underwear? What are you talking about? If you're an adult and you're walking around in clothes, you're wearing adult clothes. Unless you're like, what do you mean age appropriate?
And they're worn by guys of all ages. There are a lot of ways to get this wrong, and the worst is being an older
Me with my propeller hat? True!
guy looking like he's trying too hard to look younger. So how do you do it? How do you dress casually?
Wait, hold on. I don't really know what's wrong with this guy, though. I mean, I think the shades are obnoxious, and, you know, I think he should probably, if he wants to unbutton the shirt that far, he could wear a camp collar. I don't think there's not anything, like, necessarily wrong. I don't know. No undershirt? It depends on the look you're going for. I agree it should be a camp collar shirt. But, okay, whatever.
Looking like he's trying too hard to look younger. So how do you do it? How do you dress casually and look like an adult?
Tell me.
In my experience, there are 7 things you need to pay attention to. There are some key...
Just to be clear, I'm not coming in here with a ton of antagonism, okay? I really do try to evaluate this stuff for its own merits. So I'm not like in here to take 500 million insults against this guy, even though he makes like he owns a bunch of websites that put out dog shit bad advice articles written by AI that give young men bad information when it comes to their self-presentation.
Principles to follow, and there are some really easy upgrades that you can make.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh no. Bro, he's wearing a worsted wool navy suit with light wash jeans. Man, you gotta wear tweed if you're doing that. This is like the clothing equivalent of a mullet. This is a business suit. There are suit jackets that aren't like that.
I'm gonna share those with you in
Those are medium wash in my book? Okay, medium wash, fine.
this video and show you what it looks like.
Don't you? No. Oh my god, wait, hold on. What was that model?
What it looks like.
What? Okay. I'm just looking at these.
I'm Brian Sakawa, you are watching He Spoke Style, and this channel is dedicated to giving you all the advice and inspiration you need to dress well, develop your personal style, and gain more confidence. Before we get into it, I want to take a quick...
So many people unbuttoning the top 2 buttons. There's nothing wrong with unbuttoning a bunch of buttons, but people do it with dress shirts. Dress shirts don't fold open in a V when they're unbuttoned. Camp collar shirts do. Dress shirts aren't meant to fit like that. If you unbutton them, you just have like wavy panels of fabric in front of your chest. A camp collar shirt opens out. Or you can wear it with a polo or some types of Henleys or a popover shirt. You know? You have to be careful.
Commercial break to let you know that today's video is sponsored by Keeps.
That's crazy, man.
More affordable for saying on them, dress first order. Now, the first thing I want you to do is to think about how you used to dress when you were younger, like when you're in high school, for example. So for me, what I like to wear a lot of the time were rock band t-shirts, t-shirts with some kind of saying on them, sweatshirts with logos. I had this jean jacket that I used to wear all the time that had pins and patches all over it. And if you think where I'm going with this is to tell you that you shouldn't wear logos or graphic t-shirts or stuff like that, that's not quite what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Yes, I do think that graphic t-shirts, ironic t-shirts and logos, all that stuff make you not look your age if you wear...
Man, what's wrong with wearing a graphic tee? Okay. You can look like a cool old guy with a graphic tee. Dude, some like guy in his 50s with like a band shirt and a leather jacket, that's like as cool as you can be, man.
Wear them when you were older. But what I want to focus on here is that all those things just look really busy. To wear t-shirts and sweatshirts and jackets as an adult and look like an adult, it's best to simplify.
I fully reject this like you're an adult now, you have to like read the newspaper every morning, you will be boring. What are you talking about, man?
So instead of a graphic t-shirt, choose one in a solid color. Instead of a sweatshirt with a big logo on it, go with a classic style without a logo. It's pretty simple.
Why?
And keeping it simple like
Why?
that is one of the keys to looking good dressed casually.
Why? What? Just no personality allowed anymore? Like, that's it? It's like, oh man, sorry, you're in your 20s now. You're no longer allowed to express your personality. Look at this tweet showing how awful Drake's pants fit him. Hey, look, don't put me in a position that I don't want to be in. I think these are funny as f. They fit him just fine. I mean, it's a goofy bit, but these aren't ill-fitting. They're just huge. That is difference. I mean, don't put me in a position where I'm defending this man, okay? This is an intentional look. All right? I don't know. Maybe he likes the trousers baggy so he can fit little kids in there. I couldn't guess. Maybe this is like a more of a function thing. It's like the pockets on cargo pants. You know, you can use them for something.
As an adult. All right, so the next thing you need to focus on to dress casually.
Why? He's not even going to explain why. He's just going to say it. It's like, no, you're an adult now. Don't do that. Why?
As an adult is one of the exact same things that I constantly preach about when it comes to looking good in a suit. Your clothes have to fit. Doesn't matter whether it's dressed up or casual. If your clothes don't fit, you're not going to look like an adult. You're not going to look like you know how to dress your age.
Well, I mean, most people's clothes don't fit because most people have no fashion sense anyway. So, like, I don't necessarily think that's an adult thing. In fact, I would go so far as to say that an ill-fitting polo shirt is like the uniform of a particular kind of white dad. So, I mean, if I saw somebody wearing like a double XL, like light blue polo, you know, I would think like, oh, that guy is either a dad who has given up or is a off-duty cop.
Now, one thing I want to emphasize here with fit is that when it comes to how your clothing should fit, that it really depends on two things: the look you're going for and your body type. If you're like me and you consider your style to be classic with a modern sensibility, that tailored
that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything, man.
Fit, you know, slim, comfortable, definitely not tight or form-fitting.
Why slim? Wait, what do you mean? If it's like classic, why slim?
It's probably what you're looking for. If you're someone who enjoys keeping up with trends here and there, there's nothing that says you can't do that as an older guy, but I would just say don't overdo it.
Sorry, if you can keep up with trends as an older guy, just don't wear anything more loud and bold than a plain black t-shirt. I don't like this guy's fashion. I think it's a little too together. I mean, I think he offers bad fashion advice. I think he's just up here the same way that other lady that we saw was, where he like he won the lucky roll, he got his big break, and since then it's just been like AI and bad advice.
But how do you actually get your clothes to fit the right way? The first thing I would recommend is to find a great tailor, even for casual clothes. A good tailor will be able to make any number of small tweaks, you know, whether that's hemming your pants or jeans. Yes, you can do that too. Shortening a shirt sleeve, little things that go
Sure, I thought he meant like tailoring a t-shirt.
A long way to helping you do grown-up casual right. And if you're wondering how to find a great tailor, check out that video. I've got linked right up there. The second thing I'd recommend is to explore a variety of different ready-to-wear brands. Different brands have different fits. Some will work for you, some won't work for you. Figure out what does, what matches your personal style, and you will be well on your way. So if there's one thing I really want to stress here, it's that there are many...
How practical is having a personal tailor? You don't have a personal tailor, but like a tailor is like a laundromat in that it's a clothing specific place where you rely on another person's expertise to solve problems that you can't. Even if you only go to a laundromat once a year, it's still a decent idea to like know where one is. Oh, sorry, not laundromat, dry cleaner. My apologies. I mean dry cleaner. But yeah, like having a tailor that can address issues with pants or fit, that can be totally fine. But the difficulty is in knowing whether or not something actually does fit.
Different ways to dress casually and look good as an adult. I don't want you to think that I'm saying that you have to dress like me to look good or to look right. We're all different. We live in different places. We have different jobs. We have different experiences. I went through this like little crisis maybe 6-7 years ago. I used to think that I needed to constantly wear something different, you know, like to keep showing people that I quote unquote knew how to dress. But what happened was that I started driving myself nuts. I was getting frustrated. It felt too complicated, and honestly, I didn't feel like myself. At that point, I realized what I really like to wear, and I got really comfortable with the idea that that was my style. So I stopped driving my behaviors in terms of style based on what I saw other people doing, and learned to really like and appreciate what I like to wear. Knowing what you like and sticking to that, and developing a sort of nothing. All right, next let's get into some specific upgrades that you can make, and starting off with one of the ultimate casual staples, jeans. If your jeans are worn out, full of holes, poorly fitting, meaning either baggy or too long where they're pulling at your ankles, it is time to upgrade to some jeans that fit right. Now, you might wonder, how many pairs of jeans should you have and what colors should they be? So the first pair you need is a slim and dark pair. This is your workhorse pair of jeans, and it will be one of the most versatile in your entire wardrobe. You can wear them casually and rugged, and they can easily transition into other slightly dressier casual scenarios like a date night or even business casual, depending on your work.
Why is it always skinny? That's a great question. Why is it always skinny? I don't know.
Place. The second pair I recommend is a pair of black jeans. Of course, black jeans have those rock and roll connotations, but you know, as you get older, they take on some other properties.
As you get older, you know, set the fun stuff aside, bucko, okay?
That I think are beneficial. They're slimming, and they're very easy to dress up casually with just a...
Yeah, they're slimming when the models that you're using are incredibly slim and they're wearing skinny jeans. God, this looks stupid. Everything has to be slim all the time. Why? Why?
And they're very easy to dress up casually with just a t-shirt and a casual jacket. The third pair I recommend is a light wash pair. They're sporty, great for the weekends, and work with a variety of shirts, from t-shirts to polos to button-ups. And if you're comfortable with it, you can
seriously,
go ahead and
if you're
add
a fashion first channel, you should be modeling it. Don't use stock images. The stock images that he's showing don't even like relate to what he's talking about. Yeah, have a model or model it yourself, but like showing off like, yeah, here are some like probably AI images of people wearing clothes kind of like what I'm talking about. What do you mean?
Lots of options there, especially in the summertime, but I know that's not going to be for everyone. Next, let's talk about footwear, specifically sneakers. Now, I like wearing sneakers as much as the next guy, but I'm not going to be wearing a pair like this outside of the backyard or the gym.
Why?
Athletic shoes as your go-to footwear outside of working out or working around the house are a complete no-go. Instead, upgrade to a pair of minimal low-top leather sneakers. They're still sporty, but help make a casual outfit look a little more put together and considered. I'll talk about and show you some...
I mean, if you're doing streetwear stuff, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm losing it because he's not explaining why any of this should be. He's just saying it. He's just like, oh, hey, you know, do this. Like, he's not explaining the logic behind it, so there's nothing much to say except like you don't have to. I just give me a bit more. I want to see where this goes. I want to see where this goes.
Other footwear options later on in the video. As you get older, you look more mature, and your casual dress should also look more mature. An easy way to do this is to upgrade some of those classic casual outerwear pieces that you have in different materials, textures, and colors. So, for example, classic denim jacket. I don't think there's anything wrong with wearing this as an adult, but I will grant you that it does appear more youthful. But the same garment in a light tan corduroy, caramel colored suede, or chocolate suede...
Those aren't the same garment. Those aren't the same garment. Those are different. This is denim. This doesn't look anything like this. What, just because it has the trucker jacket pockets? Like, because it's in that format? Why is the collar popped? I have no idea why the collar is popped.
Has a completely different look and feel.
Yeah, because it's different. It's a different item.
Not only does it look more mature, but it's also more elevated while still being casual. This next upgrade might be a little controversial since we're talking about dressing casually, but I do think it's important as an adult, even when you're dressing...
What? You keep saying this. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird over and over again to hear that. Like, as an adult, it's time to follow this rule. What are you, my parent? Don't talk down to me.
Casually, to have a go-to sport coat. So our goal is to make a casual outfit look more mature.
Okay, what do you think the odds are he's about to show a picture of him putting on something that isn't a sport coat? Like he's just going to take the upper piece of a suit, but it's not going to be a sport coat? Do you think this man even knows what tweed is?
And age appropriate. And if you think
age appropriate, right.
Of an outfit as consisting of three main garments, pants, shirt, and some kind of jacket or outer layer, all you need to do to make a casual outfit look more mature is to add a dressier piece. One dress.
This is like a kid's. This was my understanding of how to make yourself look mature when I was like 15 and cared about looking mature. And since then, I haven't cared at all. Who wakes up and thinks time to consciously make an effort to look like an adult? I just get up. What do you mean? Literally, who gives a shit, man?
Your piece into the mix. And I think a sport coat is one of the easiest ways to do that. Take this outfit, for example. Jeans, t-shirt, hoodie. Swap out the hoodie for a navy sport coat and...
Is that a hoodie? Oh, it's okay. I see it's a hoodie. Yeah, that's odd looking, like tech hoodie. I don't know.
Jeans, t-shirt, hoodie. Swap out the hoodie for a navy sport coat, and I don't even have to tell you.
Okay, thank God. It is a sport coat. Gold buttons. Sport coat. I'm not gonna lie though. I think this looks like not that great, to be honest with you. I just don't. I think that even if it's a sport coat, navy is just worsted wool navy is just too formal of a material and color to be pairing with medium wash jeans. You know? This looks like, to me, like this does make you look like an adult, and that it makes you look like a middle-aged guy who's trying to be like cool formal. You know? And that's not a flattering look. Just a moment. I'm going to try really quickly to provide a favorable comparison. I'm sure you all know which brand I'm going to. Don't make fun of me. I am who I am. Okay? I actually have this item, though I think it looks better on him than it does on me. This is a model wearing the navy seersucker carry-on jacket with a sweater shirt underneath. And I think that it looks better because seersucker is a much less formal material than the worsted wool of the sport jacket that he's wearing. It better complements the texture of the shirt, you know? And this isn't even a proper sport jacket, by the way. This is just a carry-on jacket. Here's a J. Muser. That's a New York-based brand. Oh, hold on. Their shit looks sick, but he's not wearing it with a t-shirt. Let me find a good... Just a moment. I will find it. Nothing can stop me. Enough with the carry-on jackets. Let's see if we can find an example. I think this looks nice. See? There. Navy, the same color, but the outfit looks more cohesive because the striped shirt is just meant to be a visual breakup from the otherwise like broader navy suit, rather than just you're throwing a blazer on top of a very casual outfit. Does that make sense? Do you prefer Wranglers or Levi's? I've never worn Wranglers, so I couldn't really say. But anyway, I'm doing a whole thing.
Because you can clearly see the difference that just one small change made to the entire look and feel.
I think it looks worse, personally,
of this outfit. So we've talked about a few general things you can do as well as some specific upgrades you can make, but instead of just talking about it, what I want to do next is to show you what these things look like in practice. 5 looks for various seasons coming your way. Let's jump right into it. So this look here is like the clearest illustration of pretty much everything I've talked about.
Is it? 2
real simple casual pieces, light gray sweatshirt, light wash jeans, classic sporty combo.
Look, Chud fit? Yeah, chud fit. It's really boring. I don't think that I don't think that this looks like miserable. I don't think you're like a horrible person if you dress like this. It's just, you know, this is a fashion channel. This guy makes a lot of money from AI articles where he talks about fashion, you know? I feel like we should hold ourselves to some kind of standard here, you know? Some of my favorite examples of blazers being paired effectively with t-shirts come from the anthology. See? That's a perfect example of one right there. Tweed. So the tweed accentuates and complements the texture of the shirt. That looks really good. I think anyone like looking would look at this and they're like, ah, that's a drippy ass outfit. I think that would be like an easily agreed upon position. You know, here's one with a plaid sport jacket. I'm not like, again, it can be done. You can blend these styles. It's totally possible. It's just, I think that this guy is here. Look, this right here. I have this jacket. This is the jacket that I own. I think it looks pretty good because tweed does a better job of blending the formality. Tweed is a much less, these patterns are much less formal. Can somebody explain what tweed is? It's a kind of fabric. Look at this fabric. See? Fuzzy, textured.
This illustration of pretty much everything I've talked about. 2 real simple casual pieces, light gray sweatshirt, light wash jeans, classic sporty combo. Over that, I've got a lightweight navy suede jacket from a brand called Vaush. You know, for a sporty look like this, I think a crop jacket works really well, and the darker color complements and completes the look. Some simple 2-tone sneakers. These are from Suit Supply. Again, kind of sporty with a contrast between the taupe of the leather and the white sole. On my wrist, I'm wearing the Longines Heritage Classic Sector Dial, and a classic pair of Ray-Ban Clubmasters to finish everything off. Here we've got a classic kind of rock and roll look, black
How is that rock and roll, man? I like this jacket. I like this jacket. I don't know why he's wearing white sneakers with this. The white sneakers draw your eyes right down to them and detract from the overall outfit. I think, yeah, black jeans are associated with rock and roll. This outfit certainly isn't. Jacket too small. The jacket's too small. You can see it pulling at his shoulders here. It looks like he would struggle to button it. He could probably go a size up and be fine. Who cares if a jacket's a bit big on you, you know? I guess he cares. Also, look at how much harm is being done to his silhouette by having these jeans be skinny rather than them being straight cut. See? Rather than having like 2 nice solid lines to follow down on what is otherwise like a relatively sort of masculine fit, it makes him look like he's got chicken legs and they all kind of spindle down to his calves.
T-shirt, black jeans. Sky's the limit when it comes to
I like the jacket.
This. I kept it simple, but with some pretty big contrasts. Starting with the jacket, it's a classic trucker jacket style, but in a gorgeous caramel color and buttery smooth.
Also, I've made this point before. And I'm really not trying to sound like I'm trying to out Andrew Tate, or whatever the else. But when you wear low-cut pants and everything is slim fit like this, it really feminizes your figure and silhouette. Look at his hips. Now, this has nothing to do with his body at all. This would happen to anybody at all, who wore clothing like this. And I'm going to prove it to you. Because there's a recent example that I replied to on the Twitter. This is an athlete, okay? This guy is muscular. His form is very masculine. What's wrong with feminine men? Nothing. But this guy does not want to present as feminine. This guy right here, I guarantee you on my life, this guy's presenting mask, okay? Now take a look at what wearing slim cut trousers and a slim shirt are doing for him. Look at that. It gives his torso an X shape. Part of that's the pockets flaring out, but this is just a consequence of this type. Look, even with the suit jacket on, the X shape. See? That's a server's outfit. Yes, he's dressed like a waiter here. Bro is a man, I don't know. I don't think you're paying attention to what I'm saying here. I'm not contesting his masculinity. I am saying that the traditional masculine form is a broad-shouldered one which de-emphasizes the hips because of how men tend to be shaped, right? If you look at muscular men who are wearing, say, underwear, or you look at a bodybuilding competition, you will see that there's a triangle, their broad shoulders tapering down to a narrow waist. Whereas women's clothing often emphasize the hips more. Men who wear men's formal wear are trying to wear clothing that make them look more masculine 99 times out of 100. But the way these are tailored accentuate an X shape that make their hips look larger. This is unintended. Compare that to Arnold Schwarzenegger in a suit. Yeah, you know what? Let's. Now do you see the difference? By slim fitting everything, you force the clothing to contour around the hip, thus emphasizing it. Whereas if you have higher rise pants that button up at your natural waist, which is your belly button, or thereabouts, and you have a suit that accentuates that, you create a much stronger sort of triangle-shaped, broad-shouldered form. This is not an insult to guys with wide hips. It is a consequence of poor slim fit tailoring.
With the jacket, it's a classic trucker jacket style, but in a gorgeous caramel color and buttery smooth suede. Both the color and the texture elevate the look and really make it stand out. More contrast to anchor the outfit with some white Common Project.
You do not want to contrast this outfit with white sneakers. You do not want to. I do not advise this. Contrast, generally speaking, pretty cool. Here, I really do want to sell this point, by the way. Here's an example of good tailoring from the anthology. This guy is not an athlete in any way, shape, or form. Do you see how the clothing accentuates a masculine silhouette? By not having it be super slim and tailored, you don't have the clothing contouring around the hip. Yes, and he looks gay. Well, there you go. Isn't that a good thing?
Sneakers. I'm a fan of the white against black. For me, I think it just creates more visual interest and kind of like a visual layering. On my wrist, got the Speedy on a black NATO, and then keeping the rock and roll vibes here with some Jacques Marie Mage shades. All right, next we've got a summertime look to illustrate.
Okay, hold on. To begin with, this looks fine. Not my style, but whatever. To begin with, this looks fine. We're doing some barbershop quartet stuff, okay? Though again, really think the outfit is being let down by how skinny those pants are. If this is a summertime fit, I have no idea why you're wearing a non-breathable looking solid pane of fabric that are clinging to your ankles, but okay.
That casual doesn't always mean jeans, especially in the summer, you know, when you're not really going to want to wear jeans. Very easy to substitute a pair of khaki cotton pants. Going with a simple brown gingham button-up shirt here. Both the shirt and the pants are from our collection, available in the shop.
See? He makes a lot of money off of this, man. He looks like he works at a fair. I mean, I really think this outfit needs a jacket. I thought he was going to put a jacket on, but okay.
I mean, it's a real simple combination. What really takes it up a notch and completes it are the footwear and accessories. Got a suede tassel loafer. Again, suede always feels more mature to me. Suede belt to match.
Why?
Panama hat
Why?
Makes the silhouette more complete. And the watch and sunglasses just finish everything off. Here we've got a jeans and sport coat look.
Okay. That's tweed. This is the least bad that I've seen so far, but I really wish my man would stop with the shades. This is the least bad that I've seen so far. The white sneakers are more acceptable because the jackets are lighter and there's more of a blend. I agree that they still look bad, but it's better than the previous one. Those sunglasses are so annoying. Yeah, they keep coming up like a bad dream, man. But yeah, it's generally speaking, you don't want your eyes to be drawn down to the shoes like this.
Look, foundation is just really simple. Tan crew neck sweater paired with some slim dark denim. On its own,
always
casual,
slim.
It's fine, but you can really elevate it and make it more grown up with the addition of a sport coat.
Also, that doesn't fit him.
I love this particular jacket with this look. It's a clean and simple color palette with the browns up top.
If he buttoned that and bent forward slightly, every individual strand of fabric in that sport coat would explode out in a different direction.
Blue jeans and white sneakers. If you come in closer...
Look, he can't even, like, pull the two... My man, not everything has to be slim fit. We can tell that you're skinny. It's fine. People will still see you're skinny if you're wearing, like, a nice, well-structured jacket, and they can see your, like, t-shirt underneath, and they can see that you're skinny. Hello, Artemy. You're not skinny.
To the jacket, you can see there's a nice texture to it. Makes it more interesting, and again, like suede, definitely appears more mature than a regular old solid color jacket. Watch is the Vacheron Traditionnel. Sunglasses are the Dylan by Jacques Marie Mage. You can easily wear a nice pair of walnut derbies if you wanted to dress this up a bit, but to keep it more casual and sporty, I like the white sneakers. Another summer look here,
Meanwhile, contrast to fit like this. Hey, that looks a lot better. Though, what is this? An unstructured herringbone tweed jacket? With cuffed? I don't know what item of clothing this is. Interesting. Well, you know, I will say, this is like a funky jacket, but you know what else is funky? The sweater that he's wearing. Look at how much it's bunched up over here. I actually think that works in its own twisted little way. You know? You've got some funk going on. It's a vibe. I wouldn't wear it personally, but that's not an insult. That's just kind of it is how it is. Oh, that looks really good. Love these trousers. I really want to get some breezy linen trousers just for like general wear. I really want that.
substituting jeans for some cream-colored cotton pants, which I'm pairing with a black.
This looks fine. Also, notice how these pants are higher waisted, so we're doing a better job with these rule of thirds. Golf fit? It's a golf fit for sure. I like that these pants are higher waisted. Suit supply?
Polo shirt, very simple combo, very high contrast. Polo shirt, classic casual piece, but this particular shirt from our collection feels more elevated and grown up for two specific reasons.
Why?
It's got a stronger collar, so keeps it shaped better, easier to wear under a sport coat if you want to do that, and it's got a 5-button placket rather than the standard 3-button.
Okay.
I deliberately did not wear a belt with this to keep it looking very simple and clean. Got a white baseball cap with this along with some white sneakers to create some balance top to bottom. Great sporty watch, the IWC Spitfire on my wrist, and finished off again with the Ray-Ban Club Masters.
What about the pants?
So if there's one thing I really want you to take away from this video, it's the power.
I could have sworn that would be suit supply. I don't know why he didn't mention it. The same shoes? I don't know why he's so obsessed with those shoes and those sunglasses. Whatever, we've gone on this for too long. You know what? Honestly, for all of you, I deserve this. Every moment of joy and happiness that I take from you is my due payment. I don't know why the subreddit complains so much about fashion segments. I wish more people... I don't expect everyone to be interested in the hobby. That's totally fine, you know? I'd like to hope that maybe people could be just kind of generally interested in the way that I talk about stuff. This is sort of a consequence of the politics streaming versus the variety streaming, where I feel like a person who's known for variety streaming could just be talking about some random crazy shit. And it's just like, well, they're there for you. But then it's like, oh, well, it's not politics, so I'm checking out. It's like, okay. All right, I see you, and I hate you for it.